Hey guys, Donna here, and today we are playing Tiny Sailor's World. This is a pretty popular game, and what we're gonna be doing is we're not gonna be doing like the usual like going around the map and see how far we can get. No, we are going to be doing a transatlantic crossing from Southampton to New York. But we have to go to Southampton first, because you know that's how it works. So we're going to go from Port 2 to Southampton, and then from Southampton we will go to Cherbourg to have a stop. Then we will go through the icebergs and then arrive at New York. So that's kind of like the route we're taking. So I'm now going to be going for a steady sail to Southampton. So let me just alert the chat this, but I'm not going to be doing this alone. I'm going to be doing this with the help of Secret Spy Chief. Say hello. Hello, yes indeed. So, what we're doing is we're now just going to go to Southampton, as I said, and everyone should be waiting, so, and we're going to anchor there, because I think I'm not going to just try and get parking myself in there. Let me type in, we are voyaging to, wait, let me do it in caps actually. We are voyaging to South, TP to South, if you want to be a part of the transatlantic crossing. We are to South. Yeah, we've got hashtags. Okay. So, if we show you, we could actually show you, as you can see, we've got 2,000 passengers. What we're gonna do is we're gonna actually show you, where we are on the map. So, this gold dot over here is us. That's us. And, you know, it would be extremely boring if we didn't do a time lapse, because you know it's really far from Port 2 to Southampton. So what we're going to do is we're going to speed things up just to make the whole process a little bit more entertaining. So let's go. Okay, so I just said that we would the time lapse, but I just forgot to show you that on this map there's 3 ships really close to each other that we could rescue, but we're not going to do that because, you know, I don't want to waste our fuel. And so, because we need to save as much as we can so that we can make it to Southampton. But anyway, let's continue with the time lapse. has arrived. Okay, so see you in a little bit. Okay guys, it's almost been an hour. We have been waiting here, and it seems like nobody wants to be here, so let's set sail towards Cherbourg. So let's get rid of our anchor and go slow to start off with. There we go, just ring that. I did turn off the volume because obviously we don't want to get some copyright. So you won't be able to hear the horns play. Oh, we could have actually just muted the music here, but that's okay. So what we can do is just mute the music. So we've just got the radio playing, and the wait. Oh no, I thought there was someone in there. So are you on my ship, on board? Yes, you are. Right then, let's go. Let's set sail to Cherbourg. And obviously, I am one of the few people who do know where Cherbourg is. Spring, clear skies. Can we reach the icebergs in spring? Reminds you of a ship, doesn't it? Reminds you, it's not like we're gonna be it's not like we're totally gonna hit an iceberg and then travel at 2 a.m. at 2:20 a.m. we're gonna sink. Winking face. So now what we're gonna do, and now we actually had to do two takes of this video because one was me having my absolute horrible, might I say, navigation, and we went back to Southampton. Yes, I know. Please don't get annoyed at me just because I had horrible navigation. So we're now gonna be going. So now we just have to go through the rock, and you see these islands here in the deep water where this blue is. The blue is this deep water here. You can see these islands. Yes, there was actually a tsunami there that just disappeared, and there's one here, which we're gonna miss. Yes, there was one that disappeared, and wait, is there another one? Okay. Oh yes, I see one there. Because they crash into each other. There's a sinking ship, just south east of the iceberg, and so. But before we do that, I want to just point out these islands here with guard towers. They can actually send out U-boats or submarines that can destroy our ship and like mines and stuff. So that's what we're gonna do. We're now gonna turn off our lights because now it's gonna make us harder to see. So we're good. So anyway, but back to the time lapse. So I'll notify you during the time lapse if anything's gone a little bit wrong. Oh wait, we see Cherbourg now. We have come to Cherbourg. So that's pretty cool. We are at Cherbourg. We are going a little bit too fast. So yes, but we're gonna try and get out of it a bit easier. But let's slow down. We're slowing down. We're at 20 though. Okay, we're slowing down. We're at 19. 18. Let's see if we can. 18, 17, 16, 16, 16, 16. And we brought off our 2000. Hello, welcome to another episode of Dino Rhino being a absolute zero IQ person. You see, Dino Rhino didn't realise you could use tugboats in the game and, get you out of the harbour automatically. Welcome and enjoy Dino Rhino being an absolute idiot. By the way, I hope you enjoy. Passengers. 16, 15. Okay, so this is kind of what happens is that we kind of have to wait a while because of the fact that we went into this building, we slammed into it at like 15. At least when we did take 1, we slammed into it at 16 miles. So that's lucky that we went at least the tiniest bit slower, but we're now going to have to wait a while until our ship starts moving backwards. So I'll cut until our ship starts actually moving backwards. So see you in a little bit. Atlantic route. Okay, stop. Half, slow. Let's go slow, so then we can just make sure that we don't have fires. Also, I forgot to ask you, why do fires happen on ships? Because once we were so close to New York, like we could see the harbour and everything, and then there was a fire on board. So yes, on the transatlantic route, everything was going well at first, but then there was a fire. So if you want to tell us why fires work, please do. My username is RealDinoRhino, as you know. So I would love to know, why do fires happen on ships? Because I don't know, Spy doesn't know, so we're kind of lost. And then we'll do things to like make the journey easier and make sure there's no fires. But anyway, now it's gonna be the part that you've been waiting for. We're now gonna actually come out of the we're turning the wrong way, but it's okay. So now we're gonna turn out, we're gonna go out the harbour. And I also forgot to mention that we need to the rogue wave of death. See that large wave over here? It is the rogue wave of death. It can probably sink ships when it touches them. It was there and I actually saw it. Let's use our binoculars because we've got Secret Spy Chief is going to man the binoculars and I'm going to be the one who turns. If he says hard to port, I will turn left. If he says hard to starboard, I will turn right. If he says all... If he says all stop, that means I'll stop the engines. All stop. I'll stop all engines. Oh, there was another tsunami that hit us. Anyway, now is going to be the part that you've all been waiting. Oh no, there's an island here. So what we'll do is we'll maneuver around the island, just so we don't get spotted. So we're gonna go around the island. And then we'll show you the iceberg. So I think what would be good is we do a time lapse of us going around and sailing towards the icebergs, and then we will show you how we're going to maneuver through the icebergs, because the icebergs are hard. If you haven't imagined already, is that the icebergs are hard to do. So now let's turn around and then we're going to show you the route. So now, time lapse, begin. Oh no, an oil rig, an oil rig. We need to see these things here with fire. That's actually an oil rig, and we're kind of heading straight towards it. Okay, we've got clear ocean, right? Yes, we've got clear ocean. Okay, starboard. Right then. So now we're getting even closer to the icebergs. So you can see here with the night vision that we're getting close to the icebergs, and there's an iceberg there. Okay, I recommend turning a bit hard to starboard as well. Yes, we know, Spy, we know. So how many people do we have on board our ship? 1,061 people on our ship. Much less than our capacity that we have. Okay, so we're heading to iceberg. Okay. You can see that there's actually the shapes of iceberg. You can see the silhouettes of the icebergs because it's like 3 AM in the morning. So, and we're going very slow as well. If you want to see our ship, after we pass all these oil rigs and everything, we'll show you the lights of our ship. Here it is. Looks really beautiful, and there's no damage done to it. Here. Right, you mean? Yeah, there's loads of icebergs on our right. That's why I'm going through here. Yeah, that's why we... Yeah. Oh, there's a pretty big one over there. So now, let's turn right, starboard. Okay. So now this is the part you've all been waiting for. All of us maneuvering through all of the icebergs that are in our way. So, can we make it through that? Oh no, we can't. We have to turn this way, and then we have to immediately turn the other way so we can make it through the icebergs. Yes, because I actually forgot to mention that icebergs can actually move in this game. So here is us going through the icebergs. Where are we on the map? We're literally just entering the iceberg field. So I'm going to turn this way to be a bit safe. Oh no, oh no, no, no. This massive iceberg is actually moving. No! I need to try and get through. There we go. Harder, there we go, harder port. There we go. This is pretty good. I'm a pretty good sailor, I must say. No damage done. No damage done to the ship at all. So, let's see if we might do a time lapse of us going through the icebergs, so just enjoy the time lapse that will be coming. we'll after we pass these few icebergs, because this one is actually really tense, we'll show you the time lapse of how we're gonna get through the icebergs and tell you if there's any damage done, because hopefully there isn't, or like a fire starts, because then that would be really devastating. And technically, like, the fires are out of my control. I can't do anything to stop them. I can't put it out. I'm not sure if that's like a loss of fuel or something. I'm not really that sure. But, so far so good, you know? No fires on board. Oh. I accidentally, turned a little bit incorrectly. But that's okay. We can still, Oh, don't close that entrance off, please. So yeah, now it's kind of like, the difficult part is mostly over. Or maybe the fires happen because of lightning strikes, I'm not actually that sure. Okay, let's go turn this way. I think we should be able to make it through. Whirlpool! You can see this thing here is actually a whirlpool, so I don't want to go through there, otherwise we're going to be whirlpooled into out of existence. Tsunami! Oh no. Slow. It's going to be close. It's going to be close. There's a whirlpool over there that's in like a circle, which I'm going to have to turn this way to avoid it. Oh, stop. Oh no, we're trapped. We're literally trapped. You know, whenever you have issues like this, all you have to do is close the watertight doors and activate your pumps. You know, this is the most intelligent way ever to literally get out of an iceberg. I don't want to get sucked into that whirlpool.
Each watertight door weighs up to a ton.
Yeah, kids, if you're ever going to sail a ship, do not try what I'm doing. Do not sail on top of an iceberg. We just about missed the whirlpool, which is good. I'm going to activate the pumps just so I can get out alive. I have to get... The whirlpool is here. This border is the whirlpool's suck, which I don't want to get swarmed into. So I have to turn this way so to avoid the whirlpool. Yes, it's a spinny thing that will suck us in. Yeah, which I'm turning around to avoid it. Yeah, that's a good idea. So, that was scary. I honestly thought our ship was done for, but, you know, we managed to go on top of an iceberg and, you know, like, make our own route, which is... Come on, you gotta give me credit for that intelligence of risking the ship, but actually finding a route and closing the watertight doors. And there we go. We're now out of the icebergs, mostly. But we're a bit off course, though. We need to turn more this way. So, time lapse? Yeah, I think that's probably the most entertaining way to show you us arriving in New York. Looks like the, I'm gonna embarrass myself if I get this wrong. Mauritania? I think it's the Mauritania. Hopefully it is the Mauritania. I'm not really that fond of Mauritania because you know it's I know it's English. I know. Don't go hating on me because yeah, I know. But I just don't really like it. It's just one of those things I don't like. So that was interesting to find that we just passed a ship. But I do like Queen Mary. I mean, look how beautiful it is. But anyway, back to the time lapse. I was just pointing out that there's a ship nearby. Okay, so I actually had a little bit of bad navigation again because I was trying to avoid the whirlpool. So now we were pushed a little bit off course. So, oh, there's a sinking ship nearby. There's actually a sinking ship nearby. Should we go help them? They're really close. But they're actually also, yeah, they're also very far away as well. I can't actually see them. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go. We're actually going pretty. Now we're going to come out of the deep waters and we'll go back into shallow waters and arrive at New York. Are you just like trying to make like ship noises? Huh. Oh, we'll cut that out. Anyway, back to the time lapse. Oh, yeah, loads of time lapse today. See, look, I'm gonna go in a zigzag to stop any lightning bolts, because maybe the lightning bolts are the reason why we caught on fire. Zigzag. See, look, zigzag helped. So what we're doing is we're now going in a zigzag because to prevent any lightning strike from hitting us, because maybe that's why the lightning strike hit us. And that's why we caught fire last time. We practiced the New York Southampton route. We're now going in shallow waters now, getting closer to shallow waters. Let's continue in our zigzag, while also trying to avoid. See, now we're in shallow waters. We're gonna get closer and closer, hard to starboard, hard to port. Sorry. So now, mega water sprout. Where? Okay, let's slow down. There was a sinking ship that literally just came from New York. So, you can see on the map, we're actually really close to New York. We've passed the transatlantic route. That's the hard part over. but now it's the even harder part. Seeing as we want to avoid any things like mines because we're in shallow water. So let's turn this way so we can unload all our passengers. Okay, turn. We're going to put it in full stop, so then we can anchor. New York! There's New York! Can you see New York? We're so close. Please don't set on fire when we leave New York, when we arrive at New York. So, here it is, New York. Oh, New York looks so beautiful. We've done it! We've done the transatlantic crossing! That's a medal for me. Doing the transatlantic crossing. All we have to do is pull in. Oh, that took a while, but it was all worth it in the end. Here it is. Arrived in New York. We've done it! We've done the transatlantic crossing! Let me type in the chat. We did transatlantic crossing. Let's back. There we go. All the passengers have disembarked. We have done it. We have done the transatlantic crossing successfully. Yes. So please, I know I didn't probably do the best route ever, but you gotta cut me some slack. See, look, I'm a trustworthy pilot or captain. That's what we do on this channel. To be a trustworthy captain and also a little bit untrustworthy at some point. Let's get off our boat in celebration that we've arrived at New York. I don't want to stay off too long. But that is amazing. We've arrived from Southampton to New York with a stop in Cherbourg. And now we're moving back as well. So I'd like to thank you all of you for watching. Make sure to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you will never miss out on any videos like this. Goodbye! Do you want to say bye? Goodbye!
Contact